What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back at you with another video, and today I'm giving you a recap the lessons learned on week one. Kind of referred this back on the Bears video that I posted a couple days ago. Again, sorry for not being able to upload every single day. Still trying to work through everything. I have probably like a 15-20 minute gap, which I could probably squeeze in this. So I'm trying to do as much as I can for you guys. Also, just got a new position. Big news. This is not confirmed. I'm right now talking with the University of Minnesota to be able to get clearance on this. However, Tanner Morgan very well might be coming on to the show. He has responded with interest on coming on, but right now I have to get it cleared with the whole PR people for the Minnesota Golden Gophers football team. So we shall see tomorrow. Don't get your hopes up because obviously we're not a huge production, so we're not probably gonna give too much of a grab for him, but the chances are higher than ever. So awesome stuff. Let's go into it. First game, let's look at Houston versus Kansas City. Guys, we didn't learn anything from this game. Honestly, if we learned anything, is that Deshaun Watson's a great fucking quarterback, and he's still able to put up somewhat of a fight. A big takeaway that I got out of this game was the fact that David Johnson looked pretty good. Honestly, he definitely was not his Arizona Cardinals self a couple years ago, but I mean, he looked a lot better than he did last year. So I'm glad that he's looking at least somewhat competent. Brandon Cooks just not looking like he was worth that second round pick, and my hair is not looking like it's worth even touching right now because it just seems to fall every second. Kansas City, we don't need to know anything else about them. They look fucking awesome. So let's keep rolling with it. Jets at Buffalo. Again, not really too much to take away from this game. Le'Veon Bell's on IR, but I think it's a short-term IR, which I didn't know that was a thing. I thought you had to be out for at least 8 weeks, but hey, I mean, the NFL is changing, and I am not, I guess, fully up to date on it. But what we learned is Josh Allen, he looked damn good. Damn good. And the defense for Buffalo looked pretty damn locked down, and I like the fact that Josh Allen was able to both run and pass very efficiently, but he needs to stop fumbling. That's a huge issue for Buffalo. So, again, Sam Darnold looked pretty garbo. I'm going to be honest, he looked pretty ass, and I'm very happy about that, and I think it's starting to come around with the idea that Sam Darnold ain't good, and people are finally being able to just realize that they're, overhyped about this kid. So I love that. Next, Indianapolis at Jacksonville. Oh, my God. I mean, this week, 2 games later, I'm going to talk about this one as well. This has humbled my bitch-ass opinion. I mean, I had faith in Phillip Rivers. I had faith in Baker Mayfield. And Phil looked damn good starting out the game, but, I mean, man, you should have seen, I mean, you guys probably did. You guys should have seen, if you guys haven't, these throws that Phil was trying to make when he got picked off. These were throws that high school quarterbacks probably wouldn't attempt. It was just that obvious that it's going to get picked. It was very embarrassing for Phillip Rivers, and very embarrassing for myself because I had Indianapolis going to the Super Bowl. That's how much faith I had in him. I was like, Phillip Rivers with more time, doesn't have to panic. He can finally throw to with some more time and not having to be totally butt fucked every single play. It's sad. It's sad, guys. I'm just gonna be straight up. It's sad. So, again, Indianapolis didn't look that horrible, but Gardner Minshew didn't look bad. He did a pretty damn good job that game, and I'm not going to say he's the answer at all. I think that's an overreaction, but at the same time, maybe Trevor's not needed. So, Jacksonville, good for them. Biggest takeaway from that entire game, their first-round pick, C.J. Henderson, looked like a fucking beast. I am shocked by how good C.J. Henderson looks. So, they might have themselves on another top tier echelon type of Jalen Ramsey type of corner. He's looking pretty damn good. So keep your eyes on that. I will certainly be keeping my eyes on it. I love that. Caleb Von Chason didn't look too good that game. But next, Miami at New England. I mean, we kind of knew this was all going to happen. But Cam Newton, my biggest takeaway, Cam Newton, he still has lost a step. The dude's only scores were through rushing. And he had 155 yards passing, and obviously stats don't mean everything, as we'll get to over here. But I didn't like it too much. I didn't like the scheme. and I think that he fits better than I thought he would. I think McDaniels has done an excellent job preparing for this, but if Fitzpatrick didn't throw 3 picks, which another takeaway is Fitzmagic it might be dying out again. If Fitzpatrick didn't throw 3 picks, I think Miami could have won that game. It's kind of sad with Jordan Howard rushing 8 times for 7 yards and a touchdown. I know because he was on my fantasy lineup. That's not good. So New England needs to step their fucking game up big time. They're playing way too conservative, and they need to take some shots, and they need to do it now and do it fast. Next, Cleveland going to Baltimore. I am fucking embarrassed. And we all knew Baltimore was going to win this game. I'm pretty sure I had Cleveland losing this game anyways. But this was embarrassing. Like 6-44 or some shit like that. Are you serious? Yes, Seibert missed multiple field goals and extra point attempts. But, like, that is embarrassing, guys. Just absolutely disgusting. Baker looked like he was complete garbo. Beckham still wasn't targeted. Stefanski, get your head and ass wired together, homie. But Baltimore, I'm starting to get respect for Lamar Jackson's passing because it is beautiful. He's getting better and better. I'm scared. I'm scared as a Steelers fan. Scared shitless. The only thing that we have is the fact he has an Achilles heel during the playoffs. So, whew. Next, Chargers at Cincy. I mean, Chargers, they're perfectly as I described them. Lackluster. They really just were not good. And Cincy, Joe Burrow looked damn good. The stats do not show it at all. At all. But man, Joe Burrow looked good. He looked poised. He looked in control. He was taking those Bengals down in that final drive. And if it weren't for Randy Bullock missing that field goal, they have a tied game. They're going to overtime, and they had the momentum. So I really liked how Joe Burrow fit in that Cincy offense, and I really thought his offensive line let him down. So I think there's a bright future for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Next, Tennessee of Denver. I was honestly surprised by Denver's offensive line protection, but this was pretty much expected. Everybody's tired, so it's not like there's huge advantage for Denver. But, man, Tennessee looked pretty damn good. Derrick Henry ran it 31 times, 113 yards. Just the stereotypical way. I honestly didn't see too much from Jadeveon Clowney, though. That's what I'm going to say. I didn't see too much, so I'm a little bit eerie about that. But still, Tennessee looking pretty damn good. Vegas, interesting. This game, very interesting because Teddy Bridgewater looked like he can make a very good comeback and do a very good job. So cheers to him for that because he looked like a competent quarterback. But Derek Carr definitely led the more superior team to the victory. And it's pretty obvious. Both these teams played exactly how I expected. Both teams have semi-lackluster defenses / young defenses that need to mature and grow. And both of them have pretty underrated offenses. So, it was a very good matchup. I think we saw everything that we thought we'd see. Great running back play, some very interesting wide receiver play for both teams, and the lines were pretty competent. This was a very solid game, guys. Again, defense was the big lacker here, especially in the cornerback position for both teams. So, again, just normal, not really too much to take away. I do like Henry Ruggs, though. He did pull his hammy or calf or something, I'm not sure. I saw that play. The one play I turned on, I was like, you have to be kidding me. I wanted to watch some Henry Ruggs, but in the plays I saw him, he looked good. Next, Pittsburgh at New York. Big Ben is back. I loved watching this. It was so fun. Benny Snell got over 100 yards, I believe, as well. He might have gotten close to that. But, man, Pittsburgh looked good. They looked really good. And the Giants, they looked as if they're the Giants. They have a pretty garbo defense, especially losing their former first-round pick to jail. And the offensive line looked pretty solid, but of course you can't really be that great when you lose one of your starting tackles. So, the Giants, they have a very bright future, but Saquon looked pretty garbo too. I'm starting to get a little bit eerie about Saquon. I don't know if that injury is going to hamper him for the rest of his career, but he does not look the same. Next, Seattle, Atlanta. This game was very interesting because Atlanta destroyed Seattle's defense numerically, with the statistics, but man, 450 yards. But Jamal Adams was looking damn good, and just in general, it was just pretty solid, guys. So, if we're gonna be honest here, 38-25, the offense looked as if it should look. It was looking pretty normal. That defense needs to watch out from getting burned too much, but Jamal Adams looked like he belonged. So that's a big takeaway. Next, Philadelphia, Washington. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. What an embarrassment. Can you imagine how sucky it must feel to be an Eagles fan right now? You lost to the worst team in the NFL. The worst. In an offensive league, you lost to the worst offense, hands down. They lost their marquee left tackle, arguably the best left tackle in the league, and they're still able to kick ass against Philadelphia. They let up 17 straight points, if I'm not mistaken. Over 17. That is so disgusting. We all knew Washington's defensive line was absolutely monstrous. That's something we knew. But Kendall Fuller wasn't even healthy. Like, I think it was like Fabian Moreau or something that stepped in and got a pick against Carson Wentz. I mean, Carson Wentz doesn't turn the ball over. Yeah, guess what? He does. And this line really felt the loss of, I think Lane Johnson was gone, and then Brandon Brooks is obviously gone, and Andre Dillard. Like, Philadelphia felt it. Big time. And also not having Miles Sanders was a big hurt, but man, Philly looked garbage. If you lose to Dwayne Haskins, you deserve to take a quick look at yourself and be like, what the hell is wrong with me? Absolutely embarrassing for the former Super Bowl contenders / champions a couple years ago. Absolutely disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, Mitchell Trubisky, I mean, everybody's going to remember the fourth quarter putting up 3 touchdowns, but I turned off the game. I'm a Steelers and Bears fan, guys. As a Bears fan, I couldn't watch this disgusting, horrible bum of a quarterback lead a very talented team. It's ridiculous. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Trubisky is so ass, and Nick Foles, I don't care if Nick Foles is 90% as good as Trubisky. Put him in there. At least we have some hope. We all know Trubisky's done. He's done. He's gone. At least give us a little bit of hope that maybe Nick could catch fire. There's no hope with Trubisky. This guy was complete butt cheeks. 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. You can't do that every game. Detroit, I don't know what the hell happened to your defense, but it just softened up in that fourth quarter. But Jeff Okudah didn't look the greatest either. That's why I was saying, like, Jacksonville, y'all made the right move. I'm going to just say it. Y'all made the right move. But the Bears, get rid of Trubisky. Like, it's obviously, like, after being able to, like, put up all the 248 yards, 3 touchdowns, he's not going to get benched. But, man, find a reason. Find a reason. Give us hope, man. Detroit, you guys really should have won that game. But Detroit's offense looked pretty solid. I need to look a little bit more back at that game because I want to watch DeAndre Swift. Because I know he got a touchdown, but I don't know how many carries he got. Next, Green Bay at Minnesota. Oof. Whoo. This is obviously an overreaction, and kudos to the offensive coordinator. I don't know if Matt LaFleur is running that, but amazing offensive scheme. Amazing. Aaron Rodgers looked like a fucking beast. And they had bums of wide receivers looking good. So we gotta commend Green Bay, either the offensive coordinator, Aaron Rodgers, whoever. I told you, Aaron Rodgers is gonna come out with a chip on his shoulder, and he doesn't usually have a chip. So he came out guns blazing, destroyed Minnesota, and yeah, I mean, guys, Holton Hill was on Devontae Adams. Come on, I mean, Holton Hill is not ass, but he's nothing like Devontae. So yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a mismatch in the secondary for Minnesota. Next, Arizona, San Francisco. Whoo, the Arizona Cardinals look good. They look good. And San Francisco, again, looks as if Jimmy G just doesn't have that spark to put them at the top. I think Jimmy G's a great game manager, and he can get you a lot of dubs. But it's not when it counts against a freaking beast of a team like Arizona. So Arizona looks absolutely phenomenal. DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray already having insane connections. I love it. This team is going to be amazing. Kenyon Drake looking like a beast as well. Then the final 2 games, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Guys are overreacting about Tampa Bay. New Orleans is a stacked team, guys. It's a stacked team. And you're in Drew Brees' dome. Brady, yeah, obviously he didn't do what he should have. Like, he didn't perform the way that we've seen the GOAT perform. But I mean, give him some time. This is the first time in 20 years that he's had a new scheme, new offensive line, new weapons. Like, just chill out, guys. Chill out. And everybody overhyped Gronk. I mean, this dude's been out for a year and a half, I think. Like, y'all need to relax. New Orleans is a fully oiled machine, ready to go. Everything's back pretty much. They got Malcolm Jenkins in there as well. Like they're cooking with Crisco. New Orleans is definitely a team to beat, but I mean, outside the dome, we gotta watch them. Outside the dome, we gotta watch. And finally, the Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Cowboys, I had faith in y'all. I had faith. I mean, as a Dallas resident, I had faith. As a Zeke Elliott jersey owner, I had faith that the Dallas Cowboys, with an insanely good pass rush, could destroy the offensive line that is totally depleted of the Los Angeles Rams. I was wrong. Malcolm Brown made this defense look like a bunch of tools, and it's embarrassing. That said, Leighton Vander Esch has a broken collarbone. That sucks. Big time. And I'm sorry, Dallas fans, especially you, Camel Wolf. Leighton Vander Esch is an amazing player. I loved him out of Boise State. Had him more as a late first, but he definitely proved me wrong. He's more of an early first type of player. But the Rams, I guess they're fucking good. You know, like, what? The offensive line was able to hold up, so that's the takeaways from the week, guys. It's the NFL continues to prove that it likes to throw a lot of curveballs. So I will be doing week 2 predictions probably tomorrow or today. I gotta see if I have enough time. And I'll be posting that as soon as possible, just so you guys know what the fuck is up. Honestly, I'm not going to be able to hold you guys on the edge here. We're going to go to week 2, and I'm going to see the Thursday night game, Cincy at Cleveland. Guys, Baker's going to win this one. I want to give it to Joe. Baker's going to win this one. Just so you guys aren't going to be waiting for me to be in retrospect, oh, the Cleveland Browns are totally won it, or Cincinnati totally won it. I would love for Cincy to win this, but I'm going to give it to Cleveland. So guys, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the far side. Peace.